Hey, options trader, Sky's here. I just wanted to go over a video and I wanted to back test some and show you guys how you can back test using the 11 out of 11. So what I'd like to do is I want to go find some random stocks and we can go throw them in here and we can just look and see how they would have performed. Let's go to Yahoo, top gamers, users. All right, most active. Let's go to power plug. So this one, yeah, it's been in a downtrend for quite some time here. Let's see if we can catch something on this uptrend. We will replay. Let's see if we can see something here. All right, so we're already 10 out of 11, 400%, looking good. Slow it down to 1, and then let's see if we can find anything. We just need that price compression. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now that we got an 11 out of 11, we can come down here and turn on the ATR lines, and then we can say, where's price? Price is right at 863, so we're going to draw our lines like we just got the alert and we bought it. So we just bought it in the options chain. ATR is 0.72, pretty close. All right. So now we're just going to see what would have happened. Price coming down, speed it up a little bit. All right, so we would have rolled it at hit our 3 ATR. Yeah, so we would have sold it at this. But I mean, to be honest with you, our option would have probably ran out. Or if it's still going like gangbusters, you could roll it. And obviously you could see you're catching all this move. Let's see what else. Because you can roll out in time. You got a lot of bearish block stopping you. But yeah, you could have rolled this, man. You could have rolled this forever. All right, so let's turn this off. All right, we can let it run out. So see if we get another buy signal. So basically what you do is you just sit in here and you wait until you see you get 11 out of 11, and then you can throw it on there and see what would have happened. See if you'd have rolled out, see if you'd have been stopped out. It can go either way, but I found more times than not, when you're buying really, really strong stocks, they typically go up in price. Now, that don't mean they can't pull back and you'll hit a pullback, but typically you get really strong moves like this. Yeah, we're only in August of 23. I don't think it's going to do anything else. I mean, we saw, all the red. I don't think it's going to come up. We are in the 70s, but we do need a green background. So it's got to be above 75 with a 52-week low. And we do need the background to be green because it's just math, right? The Minervini trend template, it's only going to buy in deep established trends. This is like the ultimate of trends. You are already deep into one before we even get into it. 0 out of 11. I've never seen a 0 out of 11 before. This is the first time I've ever seen a 0 out of 11. All right. 9. See if we can get there. We were close here. This little baby trend. 9. We were close again. Never quite got there. All right. Never quite got there. So the only time that it bought is way back here in this nice straight stage 2 uptrend. It found the stage 2, caught it, and rode it all the way up. It didn't get any of this garbage at all. No triggers. All right. Let's go back. ONDS. Yeah. Hold on again. We'll start it back here. I'll make sure to get plenty of the red too, because we need to see how it does in bad market conditions. Let's see what we got. Remember, this is on the daily chart. So this is definitely swing trading. I only trade basically one time a day between 2 and 3 o'clock. I'll check the charts probably about 1:45, and then I usually have all my rolling and all of my trades done by 2:30. Let's see what we got. Waiting on price. All right, so we were above a 75. If you're below a 75, you'll never get any buys. And that's 75% above the 52-week low. Still not there yet. Still red background. And why this is important is you can basically do this test yourself. Okay, hold on. Let's look at this. So now we are in a green uptrend. We're getting the price versus the 52-week low and a 351%. This is looking great. Now, OB pressure is still bearish because there's, let's see, it says 1 bull and 3 bears, but we can see 1 bull and 1, 2, 3 bears. Yep. So we got 3 bearish blocks to go through and only 1 support. So this isn't really important. Our options are only 30 to 60 days, which is really just a very small window here. So you're trying to get these opportunities in between. I wouldn't really worry about this too much. I'm just showing you where you're at. If you only want to take bullish, so like you're way up here, you can do that. That's a way more established trend. But I take anything that's 11 out of 11, and the OP pressure is just letting you kind of know where you stand. Let's see if we can. All right, there was a 9. So I'm just going to let it run. And worst case scenario, if we hit one, then we'll just go back. That might be the easiest way to do this. And I don't want this video to be too long. I just want you guys to see how you can do this and how you can test it yourself and see for yourself, like in different market conditions, how this would have worked. All right, so there's a 9 out of 11. And we're just trying to make sure this meets all criteria. Maybe in the future, maybe I can have a buy indicator. That way I can see really, okay, so look at this. This is okay, so this is going gangbusters now. So now you're in a really good uptrend. We're 1,000%, 1,600%. This is looking really, and like I said, just because, we got a yes. So we're going to come back here. Now, I will tell you, just because it's 1,200, and now you got bullish order blocks because you've got 3 support and only 1 bear. So this is setting up nice, but this does not guarantee wins. It's a good setup, and you'll win a high percentage of the time, but you will not win every time. Let's see, but I really like this one, 1,200. We've got the bullish blocks now. So we're going to come back here and we're going to select the bar. Let's see. I think it was somewhere in here. So now we're going to go down to a speed of 3. Yep, 9 out of 11. So now we'll go to a speed of 1. All right, so here we go. Oh, we're really close to an order block too. So just remember, if you are within 2.5% of an order block, or if you are in the order block, your order block will turn red. You don't even have to look at it. It'll automatically tell you. But this is a really strong setup. Now, again, that doesn't mean it's a guaranteed win, but I really like it. It's 1,400%. It's bullish. You got the 11 out of 11. I would definitely take this. Okay, so now what we need to do, what is price? Price is $9.07. $9.07. The ATR is $1.05. Nice. Once you put it in, you have to enable it. All right, there we go. Now, if we hit this order block, we're selling, but because that's part of the exit rules. If you hit an order block, you sell. So we would have probably rolled the half ATR and we would have sold in here. Now you can hold it. You can go down to the 5-minute and check it. But typically when it's deep in an order block like this, at the end of the day, I would sell. Okay, it broke through. All right, so that one, I mean, I guess we could play it out and see what would have happened, but you can keep it running. And yeah, until today, that one would have been successful. Let's check another one. Let's check a top gainer, RNG. See what we got. All right, so let's go into the replay. It looks like this has been trading. Oh, hold on. Let's just see what it is right here. Okay, so it's been trading sideways for a while. It's 34% above its 52-week low. So this would never trigger. This would never, ever, ever trigger. It would never buy anything. Your relative strength, okay, because it went way up. I was going to say your relative strength would never trigger, but now you're into order blocks. See, if you're within 2.5 or in the order block, you're in it. So you would never trigger it. And so this one would have never bought. It would have never been within that. Try one more. It can. Again, we'll come back. Again, we'll go to the red because I just want you to see, like, I'm not cherry picking these. I am not, I'm putting them in the worst possible conditions. And like I said, it doesn't matter. It's just math. It is not going to buy until it is deep into a run. And you'll see you'll never get anywhere close when it's in the red. When it's running down, you will never get anywhere close. Hold on, I forgot to turn off these ATR. And you can do this with any stock. You can take the 11 out of 11, do it with any stock. See, I mean, it won't even buy until this is over 70. We're only at 34%, 47, 46. Okay, it's getting up there, 50. By the time it gets into the 70s, we might be in that order block. Yep, so we're in the order block, so it won't order block. Yeah, look at that. Hit the order block and came back down and created another order block. Now created another order block. Look at this, man. Hit that order block. Price came right back up. So it's amazing. There was an order block up here. Price came right up to it, hit and bounced off. So that's where this order block came from. This order block price came down. So this was a new one. And then look, this order block's here. Price came down, tested its support, bounced off of it. It's bouncing off of it again. Like, these order blocks are great. Okay, so that one just broke. I created a new one, which it was there. Broke it again. All right, well, I might not be buying this one. Where are we at? We're June of 25. We might not be buying this one at all. So Yeah, we never got into it. We're getting close. Like we're 9 out of 11 right now. So right now, real time. Let's try one more. Let's try Sire, Syre. I want to find one that loses, honestly. I was hoping we would have found one that lost, SYR, because I don't want you guys to think this is foolproof. It's not. You know, I have lost with this before. Now, don't get me wrong. I win more than I lose. You still can't lose with this. And that doesn't mean it's, you know, you're going to win 100% of the time. All right, so let's see what we got. Last one. This video's already going too long. Again, if you watched any of my other videos, I have one that shows you how I choose my stocks. And you're going to notice that you're going to see the same stocks again and again. And a lot of times they're 10 out of 11, 9 out of 11. And you're going to see them over and over. And we're only taking them when they turn 11 out of 11. So you could see them 30, 35 days in a row. And then finally you'll take it. But guess what? They all take their turns going to 11 to 11. You don't have to buy the same stock over and over. There's 10,000 stocks on the stock market, and there's a new one hitting 11-11 every day. So you just wait for it to set up, and you wait for it. Oh, there's one right there. 11 out of 11. All right, so let's look at this. So this would have been near, and we got some red. So December 23rd. So we're going to go out and replay December of 23, right? December of 23. So we'll go right back down here. We'll go to 1. We'll see what happened. 11 out of 11. All right, so here's where we would have got in. You can see 11 out of 11. Again, bearish doesn't matter. This one looks amazing. And I just want to show you why. Okay, so, well, I'll show you a different one. I was going to go look at Spire on IBD, but the problem is this was from 2 years ago. So we'll do that a little bit. But I'll choose another one that's around 500 and show you what the RS rating is. They're usually out of this world. So Minervini says that your relative strength needs to be a 70 or above. RS is a proprietary system that uses IBD, but I have found a way and I have tested it, and every single time it's been right. So I pretty much know if it's over an RS 70 or not. So basically, if the price versus a 52-week low is over 75%, the RS is usually above a 70. So it's not 100% how they do it. So how IBD does it is they take the stocks and compare it to its indice. And if it's outperforming its indice, then they give it a relative strength rating. However, if the price is 500% above the 52-week low, how many stocks are above the 52-week low by 583%? Not a lot. So it's typically an industry leader at that time. So that's what I look at. And like I said, this RS will only go if it's 75% above. But at the end, we will look at that. I'll choose one out of my, actually, we could probably, well, I'll wait until the end to do it because I don't want to lose this spot. Anyways, so what is current price? Current price is 814. So you come down here, enable it, 1814. And what is the ATR? 25. Good gravy, this thing moves. All right. So I'm just going to put it to like a 5. We're going to see what happens. So we would have rolled it, to the 3. So we probably would have got like the 4, maybe 5 ATR. So at this point, typically around a 3 ATR, it's a risk-free trade, but we got up to about the 5. And then let's see. Yep. And then we would have sold, hit the order block, and we would have sold. Okay, well, let's forget this. I was trying to find a loser, and, I'm doing this random, but I couldn't find one that lost. But I promise you this does lose. It's not infallible. If you guys find one that loses, put it in the comments below, and, we can check it out. Yeah, so let's go look at some of these. These are ones that I'm looking at right now currently. So this one's a 78. This one's, oh, I was like, why do these look so horrible when replay? There we go. That looks better. Okay, so this is 557. This is exactly like what the other one was in the mid 550s. So I bet you this is in like the high 90s, like a 500%. I bet this is like a 94, 95, probably even higher. TX. So let's look it up. Seagate, a relative strength, it's a 98. So I did this in my other video. I did it with BKR. So this was the lowest rated one at an 88. See, 89. And Minervini says you prefer 80s and above. He'll take a 70 and above, but prefers 80s and above. So again, this is, just randomly checking out stocks. You can see here, if we go to active trades. These are trades that I am actively in. So VCF, and I've mark this up. So like I said, I practice what I preach. I do the exact same thing. Here's my line. This is, the expiration, but I watch price and I'll roll it up. And let's see, I've rolled one of these. Which ones have I rolled? Here we go. I've rolled up. I rolled above. So see, once price gets up here, so see, like on this day, it was at the 2 ATR. So I rolled it and I took a 621 credit. So whenever I roll, I wasn't able to roll at the half. I wasn't able to roll at the one, but like when I rolled at the 2 ATR, I took in a $621 credit. So I think that's pretty much all I got for the video. It ran a little bit longer than I wanted to, but I just wanted to show you guys how you can test the 11 out of 11 Minervini, and let me know in the comments if you guys have any questions.